chapter in your life. That is going to be the readings for today. Hi, guys. We are doing what is your next chapter in life? That is going to be what we're doing today. I think I'm going to start with Capricorn since it's Capricorn season. So happy birthday to all my Capricorns in the chat. So I think I'm going to start with you guys. And hi, Spectacle Spec. Hi. So we are going to start with Capricorn today. Hello. So I just came out of a meditation and I feel really, really good right now. That was really, really nice. So I'm feeling pretty good. And we're going to get started with Capricorns. I'm just going to get right into it, guys, tonight. But if you guys are coming in, make sure you guys are saying hello. Let me know your zodiac sign. But we are going to be doing what's coming next in your life. Okay, so we're going to start with our birthday babies, our Capricorns. Okay, so Capricorns, you will be going first. And we'll start you at 2 minutes. Give it 2 minutes to let people enter the chat. We're going to be doing what is coming next in your life for my Capricorns. Yes, happy birthday to my Capricorns. Okay, so let's see. We got 2 minutes on the clock. Okay, I'm waiting. It's going to go all the way from Capricorn to Sagittarius. So Sagittarius will go last. Capricorns will go first. Where's Amber? Is Amber here? She likes to. For Capricorn. All right, let's see what's next coming into Capricorn's life. Thank you for asking, Marmar. Capricorn, what is coming next in your life? What is your next chapter here for Capricorn? I don't know why Capricorn, but I'm hearing dance with life, don't fight with it. Like, yeah, there's something about fighting it, like feeling like it's a struggle, like a mountain, but it's not. It's like, you could be on a floaty if you wanted to. Something about that, I don't know, but it feels like you feel like you're trekking up a mountain. But it's almost saying, like, have a better feeling of, like, if you were more like just deal with the ebb and flow of life and view yourself like on a floaty, like you are floating through it, then you are having to trek up a mountain just to deal with life. So that's something about having fun. Here we go, having fun, enjoying a little bit more of your life and doing things that align you with it. I feel like you will be making more money. Money will be coming in. That will be your main focus. But it's like while you're making the money you're making, or while you're trekking along with the goals that you have for yourself, make sure that you're having fun. Enjoy your hard-earned work. That is something that's wanting to be said, because you're going to get to a point where you're just exhausted or frustrated because you're not spending that time also enjoying it. So that like I do feel like there's something here about your next chapter is having fun while you're making money, or kind of both. Having fun while you're making money, Capricorn. What else can you tell me about Capricorn? Wish grant. You may be leaving something behind. It's not going to be exactly what you want, leaving a situation, or a situation may not go as you wanted it to, but it's what's best for you so that you can, it's what you need. So something may not go the way you want it to, but I'm hearing it is what you need. Someone could be leaving your life, or you could be spending less time with certain friends, or certain friendships could be leaving your life, but it's kind of what you need to open the doors up to new people. I do feel like you're going to be spending more time kind of quiet, and that's where they're saying, like, but have fun, because it's almost like you're spending a lot of time alone to figure out what you need. And it's in the stillness. Maybe you're going to be meditating more, taking more time for quietness to kind of figure out what you want here. Thank you. Let your soul guide you. Thank you. Be here now. So, um, something about spending time away. You might feel, people might feel like you're rejecting them, or you may be feeling rejected at some point, but it's actually not rejection, it's redirection. Um, and so I think you may be leaving situations, friends, groups, or certain places where it's not that you don't belong, but you're looking for something else out there. There's something else out there that I'm learning. See, like emerging dawn, where it'll take you to new heights. So something's coming around the corner for you. We'll get into tarot, but something's coming around the corner for you. And so you might need to quiet your mind. But I feel like something here, I'm just going to say God or spirit, however you want to say, I feel like they really do want you to have more fun. Like you're spending too much time working and exhausting your energy. And then you just go home and you're tired. And I feel like I want you to have more fun. That keeps coming out. I want you to have more fun. Okay, got it. So you're going to be working a lot, but there's going to be some stresses that come with work. Okay. Hi, Big D. I'm not doing personals at the moment. I'm just doing collectives. Thank you, Sammy, for the follow. You're going to be working a lot, but it's going to start to tire you out. Some people may be intimidated by the how much effort you put in. Like they're just like, can't you give up? Like, or gosh, like you make us look bad because you have this level of like ethic. People may be intimidated by your work ethic here with the Seven of Pentacles to the Five of Wands. There could be some arguments at work even. Um, and you may be returning back to work over a time of maybe you were sick and you're returning back to work. That could be something here as well. But I do feel here like there could be an improvement in your health. Okay. Um, and you've been improving, working on your health and setting clearer boundaries with others. And that's coming with a tower moment, like a lot of changes and a lot of like revelations coming through, and you kind of sticking firm to your boundaries and kind of moving away from people who don't respect your boundaries here, Capricorn. I feel like you will be going silent on some people out of you feeling secure in what you're looking for in groups of people and how you identify. And you feel very emotionally secure with letting people go and not like oh my God, they don't like it's not going to feel like that's going to be a choice out of what the standards you set for yourself. Okay. Thank you, Dee, for the follow. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Here with the 10, but then see, once you do that, once you do, so you may have some quiet time. There will be some quiet space in the next 3 months. When you get to spring to summer, you're going to have a lot of fun. 10 of Cups, the Star card. You're going to feel like you're reinventing yourself and what is fun for you, and making sure that you're in environments where you feel at peace, where you feel like there's pure intentions when you walk into the room. Okay. Those are kind of the energies you're going to be stepping into. I just want to have fun and I feel more inspired about where I'm going. But it doesn't mean there's not a quiet time, because there will be some quiet time in between. But you may go on a trip and meet new people on a trip that turn out to be, thank you, Marmar, that may turn out to be exciting. Temptations, you're letting go of maybe previous addictions you had, maybe to like alcohol or weed or something like that. I'm not getting like a huge drug addiction or something. I'm just getting something small, that, or maybe even coffee. Okay, like just getting rid of coffee, like you're exiting something out of your life It could even be like meat or something. You're removing that. You're tired of being bored. And so you're looking for the light. You're looking for the precious moments in your life and being maybe more, maybe gratitude is a big thing that you'll be incorporating into your life. Um, I like this one app. I don't know why I'm telling you this. I like this one app. It's called the Gratitude Journal. It's free. And, I just do like 3 things I'm grateful for a day. Um, and so you may be doing something like that, like my breath, right? It doesn't have to be big things you're grateful for. It could be your breath, walking outside and seeing nature, opening your eyes today. Those small little things add to bigger growth. So, you feel so far away from what you want to accomplish, but the light here is saying, hey, be here now, because like right when people get to that point that they've always tried to get to, Capricorn, a lot of people talk about the best part was the building of it, right? Like, have you ever watched like anything about CEOs or entrepreneurs or anything like that? Like, the best parts was the group when they all believed in a vision together and making it happen together. So that could be something here, is that you want to be around people who have the vision of what you're trying to create in your life. And it might just be a mindset, but it also could be something you're inventing or coming up with. Or in your workspace, like being around like-minded people who can be in the light. You can choose people who are going to be negative or pessimistic about everything, or you can choose to be around people who enlighten you and inspire you. That's your question. That's up to you who you want to be around. And I think you're very cautious of who you want to be around. That's what I'm saying. Achievements, being recognized for your achievements, and bonding with others in the process who also are very like-minded, okay? And rejoicing and celebration with you. So I see very exciting times where you're really going to be hitting your marks. You're going to be front stage. You're going to be recognized for the effort, for the work you do. People will be intimidated by that. I think you're going to be able to sniff that BS out fast when it is, oh, I'm so happy for you, and they're not. You're gonna know the difference. And there could be somebody in the workplace that you're bonding with romantically as well. Um, that could be very exciting for you, that there's someone, or they're just someone who's very, I don't know, you feel like a kid, or you feel very, you're going to be going to a lot of social invitations where you keep seeing the same person, and there could be like a crush entering your life as well. So make sure you're going out, okay? Have fun as well here. But I'm very excited for you. I feel like from going to discontent to rejoicing is a really exciting time. But you get to choose what, the light or staying stuck in previous situations and remembering things that have happened to you, right? That's not going to get you there. So that's what I have for you, Capricorn. All right, moving on to Aquarius now. So, signs you could be dealing with. I know you guys like the signs. Well, we could be dealing with a Capricorn like yourself, but I'm also seeing Aquarius, Scorpio, and that's all I see here, but don't be care too much about the signs right now. All right, moving on to Aquarius. Oh, you're Gemini. Okay. Gemini is 4 away. 4 away. Do you have any Aquariuses, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or Venus? Say here. Okay, Aqua Gang. Okay, Aquarius, let's see what your next chapter here is. Here, hi Renee. Capricorn Gang. Did I say Capricorn or Aquarius? Oh, shoot. Aquarius, gang. Sorry, Aquarius. Okay, right now, there could be family aspects that are mirroring you, okay? Oops, wait. Here we go. You could have someone in your family who's more like your mirror or reflects back something to you, okay? Thank you, Marmar. And so you at this time are kind of looking at reflecting back on things that have happened in your family or in um I feel like you're reflecting back on what happened in the past year. It's kind of giving me like new year. And you are looking at how things have grown or things have become. And you're kind of going to be going through a lot of introspection and reflection at this time. Also, family could be really something here that has been maybe weighing you down or reflecting back something in you where you may be rebellious this year. I don't know why I'm getting that, Aquarius, but I am getting like a rebel in you and you kind of going against the grain. Okay. You may be the wolf among the sheep. So whatever that means. Here with destiny, it's a part of your destiny here to go through this process. I don't know if this is going to be easy for you, but destiny is saying have hope and stay resilient. And yeah, there's going to be some endings, but that makes you, Aquarius. And what's with this? I like listening to in my ear, I like listening to beats, like binary beats. But if I listen to them out loud, then my mom can't watch the TV. And also, um, it'll probably say on my YT that it's copyright issues. So I'm just keeping it in my ears while I'm speaking to you guys. Binary beats kind of help me stay focused. So, yeah. Um, so yeah, I see here with destiny, it's like things are going to be happening very unexpectedly, but you also may go through a lot of change. A lot of change very unexpectedly. It's kind of giving me like you're getting jerked a little bit, like like do you know this one ride where it almost feels like you're gonna fall off? It's a roller coaster and you feel like you're gonna fall off, and then you turn and then you think, oh, I'm gonna fall off, but no, I turn again and I keep turning. It's kind of like that. So like I'm hearing strap yourself in because it's gonna be a wild ride 2026 for you, Aquarius. Let's see what we get here. I'm hearing tell it to my heart. Tell it to my heart. You are going to be speaking your mind. You are not going to be holding back in 2026. In your next chapter, you're going to really be telling people the truth. And they may like it or they may not, but it's your truth and you hold you're the bearer to hold it. I don't think this is coming from a negative place. It's coming from your heart. Your heart chakra will be opening up as well this year. So I feel like this is honest, heartfelt communication, and it's your truth and your journey. So you may be coming out. And I don't mean, yes, it could be that you're actually coming out, but not just that you're coming out, but that you're coming out with your whatever your truth is, Aquarius. And I can't like generalize that because some of you guys, each of your truths are different, but it is from a heartfelt place. And this leads to a lot of victory and success for you. Whatever you're speaking out, a lot of people want to hear what you have to say. So, you may be even having a platform where you're speaking out your truth and your voice is going to be heard more as well, Aquarius. Like people are going to be really hearing what you have to say. I love it. We start off with the Star card. I really like this energy. We come off with the Star card, Five of Pentacles. You might have been feeling very insecure of yourself. You might be feeling a little insecure of yourself to really put yourself out there, to really shine in the way that you want to shine when you've kind of almost outcasted yourself intentionally, right? Like you are the wolf among the sheep. It's like, well, yeah, but I like, what did the wolf do? He hid like sheep. So I feel here there's something about that nature that you still sometimes want to hide. It's more comfortable to stay where you are than what is really meant for you, which is to kind of be out there. And I feel that this time you're going to be a little bit nicer to yourself in 2020. That is your next chapter, being kinder to yourself, being more loving to yourself, because we can't really come from a heartfelt place. Our heart chakra can't really be open if we can't love ourselves. So, first, I feel like your next chapter is a lot about your self love. I feel like you're letting go of ways you've deceived yourself and how you've put a lot of the blame on you. You can put the blame on me. No, I'm not anymore. And so I feel, hi, Debbie. Hello, hello. So I feel here, Aquarius, you are letting go of betraying yourself. And the reason why it's yourself is because the Eight of Swords is in reverse. This is courage to be independent, courage to, be free within yourself and have insight in ways that you've let yourself go even. Some of you guys may be working on your body more, working on yourself more because you've let yourself go to be there for everybody else. Other people may feel like you're self-absorbed, Queen of Pentacles, that you are not kind or generous to others and that you're selfish. But honestly, you're attracting more of what you're wanting. So it's choice. Thank you for the follow, Patrona. Thank you. So I do feel here that you are becoming more attractive. You are becoming more magnetic and people are starting to gravitate towards you naturally. And the reason why people are gravitating in the way that you are, thank you so much, Debbie, for posting that. It's because you are standing in who you are and people can see it. And some people are going to not like it and I'm hearing condemn you even for the way that you come out and the way that you do. And other people are going to really love what you have to give. So don't betray yourself, because I feel like people are going to want to box you in and say you're being selfish, but I really don't think you are, Aquarius. I think you're just stepping out and other people are uncomfortable. And you're going to have to say, oh, well, that you're uncomfortable. You could be meeting somebody who's very curious to get to know you. Someone here can likes what they are seeing about you. I don't know if you're like the way that you're stepping out, Aquarius, out of your comfort zone. Someone here is more curious to see what is the real you behind what you've been giving to others. Because it's like there's some truth about you. There's something in the words that you speak that it does resonate for somebody out there. Page of Wands energy here. Someone's curious to get to know you and find you informative and find you curious. Like, I'm curious to see what's beyond. And so beyond what you're giving. And I feel like you're going to be bonding with somebody here. Like you may meet someone randomly here, Aquarius, but you end up really bonding with this person. And even though at first maybe you two were very distant with each other, you start to bond with somebody. So there is somebody here that you were distant with that now you will start to bond with over time. Also, you are on the forefront. You cannot be a sheep. You will not. I know you want to, but you will be out there. You will be seen. You will be recognized. You will be noticed. And I don't know if I do feel like this is in work or within a hobby or a talent that you have. People see you and see you shining. So this is not a time to hide. not a time to hide. You are very much being seen. A lot of people are very curious about you. A lot of people are very attractive. You are very attractive. You are very, I feel like you're just very inspirational for whatever you're about to do. Honestly, like very curious, what are you about to do here, Aquarius? But you're going to do something really, it's a part of your destiny, right? It's a part of who you are. And a lot of people are going to be very graceful, very generous with you. You're going to be a benefactor. You're going to be receiving a lot of praise. And this is after a time where nothing was happening for you. Nothing was going on. You were like, gosh, nothing's happening for me. And it took a lot of time for you to look in the mirror to accept yourself. But the moment that you can radically accept yourself and drift kind of away from your norms, and you can radically accept yourself, is where the possibilities are. There are endless possibilities, but are you tapped in? And I think you've been doing that work. And it did take a lot of, I feel like this year has been a little hard for the Aquarians. And I mean internally hard, not like outward. Like some, yes, there's been a lot of arguments between people that you've been dealing with, but I do feel that it's been internally as well difficult. Just the ways that you view yourself. And I think you're like growing more confident though, like without that phase, without that moment. Right? Like Pluto and Scorpio, and Pluto's in a Scorpio card, but it's with Aquarius. So Aquariuses are having a lot of revelations of how they identify. And that's what I'm saying. How you identify, how you're coming out is very different. And 2026 is one of those parts of your destiny that I feel like all my Aquarians are going to remember. So that's what I have for Aquarius. Yeah, your truth is coming out. You're speaking differently. The way that your thoughts are changing. It's not just the way that you speak. I think speaking will be a part of it, but your thoughts, your concepts, your beliefs are changing. And they may differ from how your family believes you should act or be. Okay. Yeah, I'm hearing, oh, you're a wolf. You're a wolf, Aquarius. Come out. Come out of hiding. Might have a sharp teeth, but someone's got to do it. And apparently it's going to be Aquarius. All right. So signs you could be dealing with, you have Aries here. You have Capricorn, Pisces, Aquarius. Okay. So that is what I'm seeing here. Your path will be easier if you keep to your heart center. Because when you come from your heart, you know you're doing the right thing. So, if you're worried, because I keep hearing, oh, what big teeth you have. So I feel like there's something about your words are could rub people the wrong way, Aquarius. But that's really all of how you're delivering your truth. And that may be why the heart chakra is there to kind of help ease that, that, all right. But I see that hope and resilience there. So, that is what I'm seeing for you. I think that you will be reflecting right now. And yeah, destiny is like whatever's happening to you is not just you. It really is destiny playing its hand. I say sometimes it's free will is how we handle the change, but the destiny part, like we have both. We have free will and we have destiny. Whatever's happening to you is destined, okay? I want you to come out. That's all I keep getting with Aquarius. I want you to come out of hiding. I want you to come out more. I want to see you more. It's pushing you that way to be seen, to be recognized. All right, Pisces, what is your next chapter? You are welcome, Marmar. Thank you, Favista, for the rose. All right, Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Pisces gang, the collective of Pisces. Let's see, what is your next chapter? Thank you, Debbie. That was for me, everything. Oh, I'm glad it resonated with you. Pisces gang. Ooh, abundance is coming in for you. You could just walk into it. Like, I don't know, like something's saying you find it. You find it. I feel like you're going to be getting a lot of financial success, okay, abundance and achievement. You will be recognized for the work and effort you've been putting in. Money will be looking really good. You're at Home Depot. I love it. Actually, I hate Home Depot. They say that, you're an adult when you like Home Depot. And I'm like, I don't think I'm ever going to be an adult then because I will never like Home Depot. I don't know what it is. I do not like that place. I get immediate headache and overwhelmed and like, I got to get out of here. But here with the shells of and achievements, if any of my Pisces are spiritually inclined, you will be recognized for it. If you're a psychic or a medium or in tarot or whatever, and you're right, because like a lot of people here are more spiritually inclined anyway. I do feel here you're going to be very much recognized for the work you do. I don't know if maybe even some of you do Reiki, but I do feel like you're going to be recognized and you're going to be reaching an achievement or a goal that you're setting for yourself. You're going to hit it. You also could be getting messages before it happens with the enlightenment here. I feel like you're going to know what you need to do next. Like you're going to be getting a hit from spirit or God. Like you're going to know what to do next. But it could feel like you had to unbecome to become, right? Like that lotus flower is death and rebirth. So you're stepping out reborn. Like maybe some of you guys are newly single, even widowed for some of you, I'm getting. But you will be stepping into something new. You also will be getting random messages that come at very weird times and you'll be like, you got to be kidding me. But yeah, you could be getting random messages from people that you haven't heard from in a while who are hitting you up out of nowhere. Thank you, Marmar, for continuing to do that. I really do appreciate that. So thank you. What else do we have here going on for my Pisces collective? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What's your next chapter? Ooh. Okay. Okay, there could be some... You're going to have to let something go. I feel like if you haven't already let a relationship go, there will be you having to almost like pick and choose what you have time and energy for. And there's something here that you're sacrificing. I want to see what this sacrifice card is. For my Pisces. Okay. I feel like you're standing your ground in who you are and who you are becoming, destiny here. It feels like it's kind of like you're trying to balance out your life between work and love. And that may be really hard for you to I feel like you becoming who you are is a big part of this. And so there's a part of destiny playing its hand here where it's asking you to sacrifice or let something go. But I feel like you're having a hard time of, some of you who are single are having a hard time of letting go of your independence. Hi, RV, Gemini moon. Nice. What's your sun sign? Here with the King of Wands, you have a vision of where you're going. You see where you're going before you even are down that path. Like I said, you are getting hit with like guidance. Like you're already aware of where you're going before you're going there. So here with the King of Wands, hi Lori. I see you moving forward and feeling very inspired about where you're going, but you're being very quiet about your plans and what you're doing. You're not really telling anybody about your plans at this time. Leo energy here. You're very quiet about where you're going or what you're deciding to do. And your career's taking a boost. You may even be getting a new job here. So there could be a new job coming for you or a new opportunity to make more money. But it comes with a cost because your relationships could be taking a toll, or the groups or the friendships that you are having are struggling. And this is where there is a certain sudden change or release happening within a commitment out of possibly someone being very arrogant and pushing you too far or being very insensitive to you. So I could see something here happening where there could be a group dynamic or a relationship itself where someone is just keeps pushing you too far and is very irresponsible in how they treat you or insensitive to how they treat you, and you're letting them go. You have to sacrifice somebody or a group of people because they don't respect you and you need to stand your ground. I don't know if this is at work or with it. It's a group. I'm feeling like it's a group dynamic where you need to be respected, and it's enlightening you. It's a part of your growth. It's a part of your journey, and you're struggling possibly to let a group, a group that you identify with, go, but you need to grow, or you're going to grow in a different group anyway. So you may be having a hard time standing your ground in in with a dynamic that you're in, but you're honestly meant to let it go anyways. And you're going to balance that out. You're going to be struggling to decide on that. It's like some of you guys are really like keeping your mouth shut, and it's really been hard for you. Yeah, some of you guys, it's really hard to keep your mouth shut. And it's like, I think you're going to let it out and you're going to stand your ground pretty firmly, but that could cause a huge shift or dynamic. Tower. So that's kind of what I'm seeing. But you just find someone to be extremely insensitive or extremely irresponsible here. I just don't think you see it working out with somebody anymore. And you've been starting to feel that way for a while, but you've been keeping it quiet, hoping things will change or it'll get better. But you kind of have to move on here. You got to move on from this idea because it's going to leave you feeling sad that you have to move away from it. But it's not fun anymore, or it's like you don't even want to be there anymore. You know, you're trying to find ways to not even be there anymore or be around these people, okay? Because they get you too in your head, and they make you feel a little bit you just don't know why, but like you feel like it's hard to move on from them or the situation. Like, I don't really want to give it up, but it's holding you back from your true potential. And that's why you have to give up this, like, it's not aligning you with the right career or the right people or the right situations, like being around these people isn't getting you to the growth of who you're becoming. And so I feel like you also don't feel comfortable anymore around these people either. Like it's just becoming um unbearable to a degree. You just rather be on your own than around these people. Because every time you're around them, you're kind of in your head. So like that doesn't really make you feel good. Okay? So yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you. But again, career will be looking very, very good here. Can I get anything else for Pisces? Heart's desire. Sing along to your heart's desire. Your heart song for it knows what you truly want. That's what I'm saying. I think you're going to start to, clarity here, crystal clarity. You're going to start, your pathway will be illuminated for you. And you won't be able to not see the path as it's happening for you, right? Like, if you see here, the sacrifice comes with a rainbow, but what happens before a rainbow? A downpour, right? A downpour of emotion. And you might feel very saddened to leave this behind. But a part of you knows that you have to in order to find the peace that you're looking for, to be, because you're going to come to a newfound understanding that you just won't be able to deny. You're like, I'm not enjoying it. I'm not enjoying my time, my energy. So that is what I am seeing. All right. Could be dealing with a Leo, a Scorpio, a Sagittarius. Hierophant, Taurus. All right. Okay. All right. So that being said, we are gonna do. That was a good reading for Pisces. Thank you. Next, we're doing Aries. What's the next chapter in Aries' life? All right, Aries gang, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see what is next for you. Well, we have Taurus and then Gemini here. Let me flip the camera around. I don't know why it always mirrors. It's so weird. So now you can see it, but we're on Aries, then Taurus, then Gemini. All right, Aries. Got this card for you before. What's coming next in Aries chapter? Well, I see you staying at home more, stability, or like being more trying to find stability, trying to ground yourself, ground your energy. maybe spending more time with family or loved ones to anchor yourself. You want to be rooted right now. There could be some heavy emotions that are disrupting you with the lightning, like things unexpectedly happening that you don't plan for. I don't really want to say what I'm feeling because I don't wish that. So I'm not going to say what I'm feeling. But I do feel here, Aries, that there's something disrupting or changing. It's out of your hands, but it does make you quite sad or emotional because there's nothing you can do. So you may be going through a loss, whether it's a relationship or something else. You may be feeling quite like sad and wanting just to be around family. So that could be here. I also feel like you're really protective of your self, especially with the online sector. You may be protecting yourself from people um, that don't wish well for you, that say they do, but they don't. That's why you're kind of anchoring yourself and just staying around family because things may be, I don't know, things may be getting out of hand, or you feel things are getting out of hand and like you want to just stand your ground and work on your money. So it's almost like you're going to be grinding, you're going to be putting your head down and you're just going to be working. But it almost helps you get through your emotional loss or something that is really draining you. You could have been leaving a previous partner. Um, and you might have been really sad, and there's things that are disrupting or frustrating you, especially online. Like you could be shutting down the news, shutting down your phone, shutting down the TikTok, the YouTubes. Like you don't want to see anything online because the news that keeps coming out, keeps coming out, keeps coming out is like it's just getting overwhelming and exhausting to you. And I don't have capacity for it. I just want to actually like turn off the TV. Well, maybe not the TV, but turn off the outside noise and come back to myself. And that's where you're standing your ground and you're working really hard. You could even be working or coming up with a second job. But I feel like it for you, it's very much like work, home, work, home, work, home. Because I want to protect my energy. For Aries, what's happening for Aries? What's the next chapter coming in? Yeah, there is something unexpectedly happening here with the Tower. I don't know if this is an argument or if this is something like you are just burning it all down. I'm hearing set fire to the rain. Like you are just kind of, I don't know if it's, I'm hearing destruction or destructing something and just blowing it up or blowing a spot up, like lighting it on fire. Like you are very passionate and you're going to be very quick to do something. I want a little more insight on what this tower is. What is it? What is this tower? You might be committing to somebody or ending a relationship. You might be ending a relationship and committing to somebody else. But I feel like you're determined to kind of passionately go towards something that you're very excited about. You have a vision of where you want to go. You could be meeting a lover pretty quickly, and things get hot and heavy really, really fast between you two. Could be dealing with a Leo or a Sagittarius, like another fire sign. But I think I see something getting lit up, or you could be ending it with, like, it's either you're ending it with someone or you are going towards somebody. But you are very determined to move past a situation. I feel like, yeah, here with the companionship to the lovers, I think you might be getting into a relationship, and this might be a very sudden change, or very quickly you end up committed to somebody. Five of Pentacles in reverse, the lovers. This is saying, companionship or emotional security is going to be feel regained, and you may be moving in with somebody, or yeah, like moving in with somebody as well here. And there could have been a lot of fights about, where are we going? Are we committing or are we not? And there has been some arguments. So you might be cutting through the arguments, and in return, you feel more emotionally secure within yourself. Your health is going to improve, and you could end up. I do see here, though, Aries, I see you ending one relationship and going to another one pretty quickly. Like, it's not that you're planning it, but I feel like it's almost like you end it with someone, and something kind of unexpectedly happens, and you end up being with somebody else. Like, it's very unexpected, but I think you just go for it, or you start talking to somebody out of the blue because you just wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Like, you kind of just go for it. Like, I'm not saying that you guys end up immediately like going super, super fast. Maybe not, but I feel like you're going to shoot your shot or something like that. Like, you're not going to be holding back, like playing runaround. Oh, no. Yeah, 10 of Wands. I feel like you're going to be a little stressed out. Here with some work. Work is going to be really possibly, you're just grinding your workout, and it could be stressing you out a little bit. But I feel here like that's where I'm saying you're going to hermit. Yeah. I always get the Hermit card from my Aries gang recently. I feel like you're afraid to change this. You're afraid to change a dynamic and go a step further. Or somebody here in the dynamic. Did you make a Pop-Tart? Yeah. Okay. I smell it, and I was like, where's that coming from? I feel like you're afraid to change something. Like, it's like, that you're like, I feel like there's going to be something in you where you really want to change something, but you're hiding. I don't know why, but you're afraid. You're afraid of change here, Aries? Huh. Some of you have been single for a minute, and you're going to start to feel something for somebody, but you're afraid to step into it or go for it or shoot your shot, which is unlike you. But it's saying there's really a strong possibility for union with this person, and it's been whispering to you in the shadows. Like, you've been knowing that, like, you've been liking somebody, but you've been hiding it, or someone's been hiding their feelings for you, vice versa, and it's going to disrupt, and they're going to come clean about wanting to be with you, and what they see with you. Heart is the home. Compassion. Have compassion in this dynamic. Someone wants to be vulnerable and wants to come out and tell you that they like you, or you want to do that. So I see someone coming out wanting to be with you. Okay. So that's what I have for Aries. Adaptability. You may struggle to adapt to wanting to protect yourself, because I feel like you've been hermiting for a little bit and you're afraid, but I see this changing. Okay. But be open. It's here for you if you want it. And again, if you've been struggling with your health, that will improve, okay? That will be improving. Some of you, it was just like seasonal depression, but I see you working through that, okay? So I like your next chapter. Money's going to be looking good. You might be keeping to yourself. I feel like socially, you're not going to be the most social, but Aries, you will be it's kind of like, yeah, you won't be the most social, but you will be maybe spending time with someone that you're romantically interested in and your work. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing for you. Signs you could be dealing with, we have Leo, Scorpio, Virgo, Sagittarius, Virgo, Gemini, Libra, and Pisces. All right. So now we're going to move on to Taurus, gang. Hold on one second, Taurus. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. One second. All right. Sorry. I was like, oh, this is my opportunity to get Pisces. Gemini is next after Taurus. Okay. So Taurus, gang, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see what's coming out for you. What is your next chapter? Let me get your timestamp. Taurus, gang, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay, so what's coming next in Taurus's chapter? What's coming next for Taurus? Oh, my phone's not charged. Hold on. Spirit is saying you are needing healing, but stay resilient because love is coming in for you, my Taurus gang. Okay, so you are healing, but stay resilient for love because your heart will be, there will be a heart opening. I feel like you're going to unexpectedly meet somebody here. Okay. But there is love coming. So stay resilient. Some of you guys are still like in the healing process. Could been dealing with, so you guys could have been sick as well with the medical staff and healing. But I am saying be resilient because your heart needs to be open when this love comes in for you. Okay. So let's see here. You could be working a lot and keeping to yourself. I feel like you're trying to kind of, at this time, do some introspection. Focusing on yourself is your main priority. You might be working through your own insecurities at this time and trying to heal yourself through through the awareness of why you do what you do or how you are in love. I do see therapy possibly here for some of you. With the Knight of Pentacles to the Five of the Hermit card being here, I feel like you've really put in some effort in soul searching and trying to understand yourself more and working on yourself to find why you do what you do or why you are like this. I mean, why am I like this? So you may be searching and trying to find some guidance at this time. You may be even coming into contact with Taurus, someone who can kind of help you through um, help you with finding yourself. Like I really do see like a therapist or maybe like a hypnotist or someone here who actually would give you some insight. Maybe even like a life coach. So I see someone here meeting you, like you're coming slowly, you're working on yourself and you're meeting a guide. Okay. Someone who's going to like light up your way, light up your path. Okay. So there is someone coming in who might be helping you and lighting up your path, illuminating something for you. I do think here that you have been dealing with some insecurity, some anxiety or insecurities. So I do see that here. Also, some of you guys are trying to like soul search, but you're really coming up empty energetically. Like you're like, maybe I'm just not for the woo woo or I'm not for the spiritual side. But I see here that you're starting to intuitively open up to that side more. Some of you guys are empaths and you're opening up to your emotions a little bit more. And someone for a while you were very distant from this emotional place. And maybe you're reuniting with your inner child here, or you are opening your mind and more receptive to your intuitive abilities and into your emotional world. I feel like you're opening the emotional world up, whereas for a long time you kept it closed out of security. Okay, you've been keeping the spiritual side closed out of security, but something in you is now wanting to open up more to your intuitive abilities, to your spiritual side. Some of you are meeting somebody new. Some of you guys are getting also an apology from someone who left you out in the cold. There is a romantic lover coming in who is open to the idea of like wanting to kind of take you on a date or want to take you out. I do feel like there is someone here who wants to either they want to apologize to you, or there's somebody coming in wanting to be very loving to you, wanting to give you something, want to speak to you and have an open, heartfelt conversation. Here with the Five of Pentacles to the Ten of Pentacles, this is going from being saddened and lonely to feeling secure in who you are and feeling like you have everything in you to prosper. So if some of you guys have also been going through any financial difficulties, I see that getting better as well. But I see spending more time with family and finding security with family and friends, strongly family. I do see you spending more time with family, but also being sad because you're trying to look for something that feels secure, and you feel like the people who've been coming in have just led you to Nine of Swords. Feel a lot of anguish or like replaying situations in your head about the past, and you keep doing that over and over again and going over and over it. But I feel like Queen of Cups to Two of Cups, again, possibly a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer is coming in and wanting to give you some heartfelt communication. And I feel like love is coming in for you. So keep your head up. I feel like you're a little bit sad about something, but there's also something good coming in for you too. So let me pull a little bit more here for you, Taurus. Heart chakra is opening. Your heart chakra will be opening here, and it'll set yourself for a firm foundation for your, like, so feeling secure in yourself, self-love. All right, starting off from the beginning within yourself, being more open to yourself. I do see you doing some inner child work here, or yeah, opening yourself up. Base chakra, starting at the root, looking at the root chakra. If there was somebody you were disappointed in, I feel like they're going to come back apologizing to you. I keep hearing I Got Better by Morgan Wallen, so that keeps coming in. So I feel like you're going to feel very secure and safe within who you are, and you're going to feel a lot of stability around home in your routines. So a lot of times when we're dealing with an imbalanced root chakra, could be fear, anxiety, restlessness. But I feel here like you are going to be feeling, finding ways to ground yourself, deep breathing, body awareness, gentle moving, like walking or stretching. So I do see that helping you, but I feel like it's about feeling safe within who you are and feeling supported. And it's pretty much having a basic trust in life is the root chakra. When you can have a basic trust in where you're going and who you are, then everything else is laid out. And I feel like that kind of sets you up for, like, you are already that, and you might have been withdrawing from feeling that, but I think you're going to get that back with the 10 of Pentacles being here. I do see you feeling very secure, having a very secure foundation, and maybe you just need a reminder that you do have such a secure foundation that a lot of people don't feel or don't have. And so you have something that is worth lasting because you do have a secure foundation to stand on. So I feel like that kind of helps you be more open to the idea of love. And I think you're going to be more heartfelt, more sensitive, more sweet, more romantic in your love life. Could be dealing with a Pisces or a Virgo. Okay, that's all I'm seeing here. But yeah, a part of you guys need to remind yourself, what do you already have? What do you feel secure in? And kind of start from there about what you have. Because there's something here where you only see what you don't. What else? I'm telling you, love is really coming for you, Taurus. Okay, open to receive, invite abundance with an open arm, embrace the blessings waiting to flow into your life. And then we also have slow climb. You are getting there one step at a time with a little bit of effort. So you are making progress even if you feel like you don't. Okay, you are way better than where you were. All right, moving on to Gemini. Gemini gang, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Yeah, it was the only song that actually came on. Like I said, I've been listening to beats, but I Got Better by Morgan Wallen just came on, and I was like, And it only came on for Taurus, so that was really interesting. All right. All right, Gemini. All right, Gemini. So let's see what's the next chapter in your life for Gemini gang, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay, there is opportunities coming for you. You will reach some achievements within work or your career, Gemini. There is a caution, though, to slow down. You could be working too hard or trying to heal too fast when you're not. Okay, recovering, recycling. There's a caution, okay, that you need to kind of. I want to see what this caution is, but you need to recover slowly because you could be going too fast without yielding and you're not looking at the caution. You're not looking at the signs. What can you tell me about what Gemini should be cautious of? Gemini, you may be doing too much for people. And, you need to be cautious of how much energy you're exerting by helping others because, Gemini, you may be helping somebody out at work, possibly a coworker or a friend or a group of people at the exhaustion of your own energy. And so there's a level of you're abandoning yourself to help others. And there's a caution in that because with the world card being here, they should be also equally helping you out. So it's like giving and receiving, but it just feels like you're giving a lot of your energy with not a lot in return. So that could be something that's coming back to you, okay? Because you could have been exhausting your energy and your time and not receiving a lot in return. That's going to come full forward. Hi, Aquarius. We did Aquarius at 14 minutes and 30 seconds. What else can you tell me what's coming in? Yeah, people are going to have to take some responsibility. There will be a cause and effect. The scales will be balanced. People could have left you behind or walked out on you, and you were carrying a lot of the burden. That's going to change. That will be changing here. With the 10 of Wands to the 6 of Swords, this will be changing. You carrying all the stress, you carrying all the weight on your back, no more. That you are moving on from taking all the responsibility. It is not all your responsibility. So here with the 6 of Swords, you are moving forward, even if you're resistant to it. I think you have no choice but to move away, but you might be sad while doing it and feeling isolated at the time that you do that. But I do see here with the Page of Pentacles, new opportunities coming, and there are people who you can rely on and who will be helpful to you. It might not have been to the people who were giving to you, but there's a new group of people who will be giving to you, and this is real wish fulfillment. This is the kind of energy you've been looking for. Okay, people who make you feel like, they care about you, they check up on you. This is a manifestation coming through and coming true. Possibly within career, you will be recognized for the effort you've been putting in. I feel this is a lot about career. Yeah, the work you do. You are going to be someone who gets recognition for the effort and the work you do. And what are you recovering from here? Yeah, there will be a lot of achievements within career, and there's a caution about how much energy you give to others. You're recovering from love, okay? You are recovering from a love situation, and there is new love here for you. King of Wands, you could be dealing with a Leo. There is new love. There's someone here that you're going to be feeling a real strong spark with, someone who's very ambitious and very assertive. There may be you may be recovering from some betrayal, or someone who did something unfair to win. But this also puts you into meeting somebody new who is more your speed or more your type. I do see here that you're putting your fears behind you, but it may be hard for you to step into love again after you're going through some type of recovering from a breakup or a previous disappointment. And so you might be fighting, pushing your fears behind, but Spirit's kind of saying, or God's saying, push past your fears and open yourself up, because Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands, love is here for you. Don't fight the love coming in. See the kind of love you want and see it appear, because it will. This is you manifesting the kind of love you've been looking for and what you've been looking for. So I see a lot of rewarding experiences here. Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups, Page of Pentacles. That's manifestation coming true. So you may feel like, oh, after that previous person, I don't know if I'll ever recover. You are going to recover. And there is someone passionately coming in who sees you and wants you. So be excited for that. Let's see what else for my Geminis. Yeah, harmony. I'm telling you, there's someone here who's going to light up your energy. Like, you are going to be coming into a harmonious relationship with somebody. You may be taking the authority in what you are planning for. You may be coming up with a structure or stronger routines in your life and planning out more of your life, which leads to you coming off with fulfilling wishes. Like, I feel like you're doing a checklist, or coming up with an agenda of like things you want to do for yourself day in, day out. And I feel like, yeah, patience and planning, like you are taking the authority of like setting goals for yourself and how you're going to get there. But this leads to you having a more fulfilling time. I do see you walking away from groups of people, especially ones in group dynamics at work. You may be feeling unappreciated to some degree, but I see that, again, you are coming into harmony with someone. Strong eye contact that you're going to be having with someone. I feel like they're going to give you butterflies a little bit. Like, yeah, you're going to definitely be finding love again. So if you're recovering right now from a love situation, I see it looking better for you, okay? Signs you could be dealing with, I said Leo already. Libra here possibly. And that's all I'm seeing in terms of the signs, but could be any sign. So all right, moving on to, hi Mariska. Moving on to Cancer. Yeah, I mean, this is the next chapter, so gotta be honest always, but I see like life is what you make it to a degree, right? So all right, Cancer, let's see what's coming in for you. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. It could be a very harmonious time with others. I feel like you're going to be getting along with groups of people. You could be spreading out love. You're very focused at this time, maybe with work or school even, but you're going to be very focused on goals and very determined at this time. Hi, TJ, Cancer gang. Hello, hello. You You could also be getting messages from people. I feel like if there's been friends or people in your life that you haven't been really talking to, I see that turning around and you two actually messaging or spending more time talking to people you haven't talked to in a while. So I think there will be a rebirth in friendships as well here, Cancer. What else can you tell me is happening for Cancer? I feel like you really want comfort. That's something that's really important to you at this time is finding comfort here, Cancer. With the Three of Wands to the Moon, there's something here that you're exploring why you're fearful or what, like there's something here that you're imagining or is like an illusion. Like you're very aware of something in your life. This is about your next chapter coming. There's something that you have had like or you're recognizing. It's like a reckoning or recognizing that you don't do a lot of things. You don't put yourself out there because you're afraid of what is out there. And there's an awareness that you kind of fight that part of you to push yourself out there because you're afraid of conflict or the struggle of trying to explore those possibilities. What is this about? Like it's like, like when you meet new people, like you're not always gonna click with people. So I feel like you're always like afraid of like awkwardness or feeling uncomfortable. Oh, who was negative? So here with the Ten of Cups, I feel like you're fighting your happiness. It's like I want to put myself out there. I want to explore new things in my life. I want to do like you might be wanting to put yourself out there more, Cancer, but struggling to do that because you're just like afraid of what's out there. And oh, you blocked it. Yeah, I did. Yeah. But here with the Ten of Cups, I feel like you're fighting for your happiness. You're going to fight to go where you want to go and the people you want to surround yourself with. You're going to be working a lot and putting a lot of effort into work and soul searching and kind of working through the illusions and why you feel the way you feel. I feel like you're going to be questioning yourself a lot too, while you are going through a time of solitude. It's like I want harmony in my life and I want peace and I'm working towards finding. It's hard. It's like a part of you wants to go out there and put yourself out there and explore, but you're afraid. So it's like that. It's kind of like that Cancer energy where when they, right, like a Cancer when it wants to, like, it doesn't really put itself out there and it crawls back into its shell. So it feels like you're crawling back into your shell and working on trying to Chariot card, move forward and put yourself out there despite your fears of doing that. Being accepted, afraid of what other people may think, being defensive when you go out in the world and trying to think outside of the box on not everybody feels that way about me, right? And so, yeah, I think you're working through some illusions you have of the way people see you. I don't know if it's true. Like I feel like Cancer, the way you see yourself is not how a lot of other people see you. So you could be dealing a little bit with imposter syndrome here and having to kind of be enlightened and getting acknowledged that you're really not like the way that you think you are. I feel like you're going to be putting yourself out there more and kind of working through your hermiting energy. Okay, let's see what else we have here for my Cancers. Things are going to be happening very fast for you. And you're having to confront your shadow side, right? So dark to light. You're going to be very introspective. You might be going through a dark night of the soul where it asks you to be asks you to go within to really find your truth. And what you're going to be experiencing is very accelerated. Um, hmm. Yeah. A part of you is very spiritually inclined and asking a lot of questions about life itself and finding why you are the way that you are. I feel there's a heavy introspection at this time. And here with the Destiny card, I see you. This is a part of your alignment because you might end up more spiritually inclined in a way. So this is a part of what you need to do kind of to open yourself up, like the light meets the dark in an accelerated motion. It's like you meet yourself on both sides. But then it makes you stronger in standing in who you are to push forward. I want to see what this Destiny card is. Hi, Mariska. That's really sweet of you to put yourself out there. So I can't give too much direction because you're really not supposed to go to like readers. You're supposed to be more inclined to go to God or spirit. The needing direction is that the fate or God or spirit is kind of trying to reach out to you. And so destiny, because I keep asking what is destiny, Cancer, but it's like spirit or God is calling out to you, wanting to work with you, especially heavy dreams, or some of you guys may be getting premonitions, some of you, and you are meant to work with the universe in its hand. So there's a union, but the union is not with a partner like romantically, it's with God or spirit. So there's a calling here, Cancer, to work with it. You've already been getting the call. Like you've been very more inclined to step into your spirituality. But when you go into it, you're going to be confronted with a lot of fears and a lot of illusions, afraid of stepping into that realm, right? Like even with me, like even stepping into tarot for the first time, I was very I wasn't scared of tarot, but with the way I grew up about like I wasn't ever afraid of tarot, but the way that, if you've been in any type of religious belief, you don't mess with it. But like to me, I just have a whole new understanding of how I view it, right? And I feel here that you're coming in alignment with breaking through that part of your illusion of how you view maybe your spiritual side. But you've been getting a lot of dreams and a lot of interpretations, a lot of things calling out to you where you feel like you want to gravitate towards your spirituality or towards your religion even, and it is causing you to question things, and you're having some fears or doubts, but you're still remaining open, and spirit's calling on you. And the fact that you're so lost in it, or you may be feeling lost and wanting to be more inclined, is because, oh, you got blocked? I'm sorry. That sucks. Welcome. So, yeah, being here is like at this moment, yeah, you're going to be more tapped in and tuned on to your spiritual side. It could also cause a lot of heavy emotions because when you go through your spiritual journey, um, when you are met with that shadow side, you can get really scared. Like the first times I ever started meditating, I had the weirdest meditations. And I feel like telling this to Cancer so that they understand. When I first started meditating, I didn't always have the best meditations. Like they kind of scared me and they were really weird and eh. Like I was like, "Ooh," but then I realized it's about setting your intentions. So, if you are getting into your spirituality, set intentions. Always set your intentions. Intentions mean the most to me. So if you are getting more into your spirituality, Cancer, set your intentions on what you're calling out to, what you want, why you want it, and who are you calling out to. It matters. Oh, I'm sorry, Mariska. Well, what did you say? Thank you, Marmar. And thanks, Mary, for your question. But yeah, I'm not doing well, that's interesting. I only block if it's spam or they keep arguing about timestamps. Those are the only two things I block for. Or if you're like, you're the devil, then yeah, I like people interacting in the chat. Please interact in the chats. I love it. Thanks, Marmar. I love that you wrote that. Thank you. So, Cancer, you could be dealing. Yeah, so I think your next chapter, Cancer, is the spiritual awakening. So you could be dealing with Pisces, Cancer like yourself, Virgo. All right. So that is what I have for you. Yeah, it's going to happen really fast too. Like the downloads you're going to be getting are really fast and maybe overwhelming at times for you or scares you. But I think you're just meant to move past those blocks, okay? I think you're just meant to move past those blocks to reaffirm your own faith that you have for yourself or through your journey. All right? Because that is a part of it that a lot of people don't talk about. Like when you're going through this stuff, especially when you're getting into like meditation, like especially with meditation was really hard for me in the beginning. That's because of like sometimes the things I would get were making me uncomfortable. Then you just like you work past all that. You get to a place where you don't anymore. I don't know how to explain it. I think it's just confidence over time. And doing it so habitually or repetitively, right? That you find your own things that work for you. Which is something that you're going to form for yourself, Cancer. All right, moving on to Leo. Leo gang. But yeah, my Cancer collective is getting called. Spirit wants you. God wants you, Cancer. Let me guide you. Let me help you. All right, Leo gang, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Hi, Taste of Paradise. All right, so let's see what is happening with my Leo gang. What is your next chapter, Leo? What is Leo's next chapter? Hope. You could have gone through some really heavy stuff, and they're like almost saying here, like, light is at the end of the tunnel. And here with the possibility, you could be traveling or moving. You're going to see very interesting synchronicities that you just won't be able to avoid. Like there will be signs of what you're supposed to do, Leo, that reaffirm your hope or your faith in what you're doing and where you're going. You will be reaffirmed of what you want to do. Enlightenment, yeah. So you will be getting some type of acknowledgement. You could be talking to somebody cross country or in a different country, and you could be exchanging messages with someone or opening your world up to a new set of community. Destiny. Things are going to be rapidly changing for you. Let's see what this is. What is this enlightenment and destiny for Leo? Hi, Ruben. Okay, you could have been waiting things that could have been very, very stressful for you, and you have been waiting for your time or your moment to move past these blocks. It feels like you haven't been able to move or go in the way that you wanted to. And there's been a lot of challenges or obstacles because you haven't been being honest with yourself in the shadow. You haven't been honest with yourself in some degree. Sorry, Leo. And so it's been like you've been stuck in a cycle, in a karmic cycle, because you haven't confronted something. And there's been some obstacles that keep getting pushed and pushed and pushed. And it's because you're not open to something. You're not interesting. Accelerated motion. You might not have been aligning yourself with the right people, and they were creating a lot of delays, and a lot of the momentum almost stopped to a degree because of the people that you were working with. So it seems like you're going to be accelerating your motion and working with new partnerships and alliances. There will be even possibly a lover coming in, but there is somebody that you are talking to. I feel like they don't live where you live. I think they live in a different state or a different country, and you may be communicating with somebody from a different area who is going to be a partner, even business partner, but could be romantic partner or just a friendship that helps you make powerful decisions. And so those challenges and blocks were helping you get outside of your comfort zone to take bigger risks, bigger chances. You could have been playing small, Leo, and you're meant to play way bigger, right? The solar plexus is about stepping into who you are with all your power, all your life force. And I do feel here there's something about playing it like, I don't know, I feel like you're gonna be bigger. Okay, being bigger. I feel like you're feeling more confident in yourself, more powerful. Um, the decisions you're making are going to help you reaffirm that you trust yourself and your choices that you're making. And that has been a part of it. You might need to spend more time in sunlight. You might have to spend more time in the sun, okay? You could have been really down with that shadow side. It's like the version of yourself, you're playing small, you're playing down, and you need to make decisions. You could have been struggling to make decisions and facing anger or over control, and it's actually asking you to let go. Um, Maybe I'd settle down, find me some roots, find me a farmhouse, find me you. Be already gone again if it weren't for the wind. Carry me out to the wide open. Okay, you keep moving or shifting, and it's been hard for you to stay in one place, even though I feel like when it comes to love, this is a love part. Um, you've just not found someone that you wanted to commit to. Okay. I feel like it's that you haven't been able to make decisions in love, or feeling like it wasn't bold enough, it wasn't big enough. There was always something that you just couldn't overcome with them. And it feels like the wind takes you in a different direction. So, but I see you partnering up with someone. All right, let's keep going. Let me do the tarot now. I could let down these wings. I see. Yeah. sky. If it weren't for the wind, for me to the wide open. There could have been some white lies you told to like protect yourself. I feel like there could have been some white lies, whether it was you or someone else, that always kind of blurred the lines, or you kind of blurred the lines with white lies, little lies that turned into bigger lies over time. I don't know if that's you or somebody else here, Leo, but I do see that. With the Five of Cups to the Eight of Swords, I do feel that you might have had a lot of self-doubt and some sadness that has plagued you, and feeling very restricted, Leo, and not knowing really what to do. And that's why your solar, like, that's what I'm saying, like spending more time in the sun, spending more time like catching air and needing to kind of uplift yourself in the decisions you make, and feeling more confident in the decisions you make, Leo, is going to be really, really important, because you are going to be stepping into new things. There are new things coming for you, Leo. So like, I want you to let go of any of the sadness that you were feeling, because that will be no longer existent. Okay. You are stepping into a new time. There's something really exciting happening for you. There is something beginning for you, and I feel like it's love. Like, I do feel here, Leo, there is somebody new coming in, or there's love for you here. And this is talking about being more intuitive, being more open to love. There could be someone being more romantic with you as well. Let's see what else is here, Leo. But you're in your head about it. I don't know if you know what security or, oh man, I'm going to hit some of my Leos with something they don't want to really hear. Some of you guys don't really know what security feels like within a person. And I feel here, are you a Leo, Mariska? Let me know if you're a Leo. I do feel here that there's a lot of doubts. There's a lot of worry about feeling like, can I nurture this connection? Can this, like, I don't know if you run from love. You could feel like a runner. Like, I don't know if we don't have to get into labels here, but I feel like when it comes to security or safety, you run from it. And every time you get close to it, you run again because you're afraid of it. Like, you're afraid of getting hurt. You're afraid of getting close. You're afraid of hurting somebody else in the process. So I feel here that you want someone that feels securing, but you're just so afraid of, like, what you want the most, you're afraid of having. And I feel like a part of you just needs to, like, be open to the possibility. Some of you guys just need to make a decision. So, what is this? Oh, Leo Sun, Cancer Moon, Leo Venus. Hi, Zaya. Yeah, you're very confused. You're very confused on what to do, and you're not in touch with yourself. Okay, this is why it's saying you need your solar plexus engaged. You need to be making firm choices and standing on the choices you make. Because there's something here where you're going back and forth. Like, your next chapter can go either way. You can make firm choices and stand on it, or you can be wobbling and battling the line. But that's really up to you. So I see that you're having difficulties making decisions. You could be having burnout or low motivation. Just because you're not fully expressing yourself, or fully, I feel like you're afraid of something here. I can't really, what are you afraid of? What is holding you back? Yeah, you're just not stepping into it. It's like you're not fully stepping into your power. You could, but you're not. You're not fully stepping into your power. And there's a revelation, that I need to step bolder. I need to step bolder and bigger into my life. And you need to begin again, beginner's mind, okay? And transmute that pain. You got to transmute your pain. And I feel like it's just asking you, like, things are going to be changing for you because destiny's here. Destiny's here, okay? It's going to be calling on you to step bolder, to step bigger, okay? And you just need to believe in the decisions you're making, because you do have some challenges here or obstacles. But it's almost like you've been waiting too long to be who you are, waiting too long to really step into this life. And I feel like the block is you just believing in yourself or believing in the decision you know you want to make. It's like you're not fully stepping into it. You just keep looking at all the sadness and all the pain and all the stuff that has happened, instead of just being where you want to go and doing it. It's like, move away from it. Like, I understand, like, you were deeply in love and someone chose someone else, like you're saying in the chat, but it's like, okay, they made their choice. What's your choice now? Where are you now? You're moving on, right? Okay, so I'm moving on. So I'm not talking about that person then. That person then, and I know that's harder said than done, but at the end of the day, to get something different, we got to be somewhere different. We got to believe that there's something else out there for us. And yeah, maybe right now you're just healing, but your next chapter is you stepping more boldly and not letting whatever has happened be your future, because you need to be present with where you are. And some of you guys just need to make decisions as well. Make a decision. Okay, that's done. Or make a decision. Okay, I want this. This is what I'm going after, and deciding on it. What are you confused about? Like, your energy's so low. Like, I don't know if you feel like you don't have a lot of energy for things or will be feeling that way, but you need a lot of believing that there's hope out there, believing that things are possible for you, believing there's more out there for you, and exploring that. It's almost feeling like you're closed-minded to what else is out there. There's so many other people you can connect with. There's so many ways you can meet people. Maybe you're staying closed-minded in who you have to meet or how you have to meet them. Open your mindset. Open your mind up. Huh?
Yeah.
Who?
You.
Me? Mom. Shh. Shh. Mom, we are on live. Please don't do this right now. Thank you.
Anytime.
All right, signs you could be dealing with. We have Aries, Leo, Capricorn, Pisces, Aries again. Stop. No. She's not going to repeat anything. She's going to be quiet in her couch. Nobody heard anything, right? I hope not. Anyway. Okay, final words for Leo on this situation. Trust yourself, Leo. Trust yourself through the murky waters. That's what I'm saying. Step boldly into the decisions you're making. Do them bigger. Believe in yourself. Believe in what you're doing. And vortex of change. Your things are transforming. Destiny is here enlightening you on making bolder decisions. You will get help along the way of what decisions you need to make. You just need to step in bigger and bolder. Okay? So that is what I have for Leo. All right, so let's see what's next. We have Virgo. Let's get into Virgo now. You're welcome, Zaya. Okay. All right, Virgo gang, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see what is going on for you. What is the next chapter in your life, Virgo? For my Virgo collective, what is their next chapter? Did the game just start, Mom? Virgo, your cards aren't going. The Eagles?
No, the Eagles are winning.
Shoot. Okay, you are going through a metamorphosis. You are changing. You are transforming. All right, Virgo. So you might be very cautious when it comes to groups of people. You may be finding it very hard to put yourself back out there. I just don't know if you're really quite ready to be that social, but there is community or there is people buzzing and talking about you. And you might be quite cautious of this, but I do see there's a lot of change coming for you. And you're energetically becoming you could be talking to somebody. Things may be changing in a dynamic of somebody you're talking to. But I also feel here like power, your energy is getting revitalized. Like your energy is changing within you. And you might be meeting new groups of people, but you also may be cautious around other groups of people. So it's like two things are happening at the same time. Okay, so that is what I'm seeing here. Let's get into the tarot now. Okay, what the hell, Virgo? Every time I'm into your energy. Okay. There is someone wanting to communicate with you who was very someone that you could have been very sexually attracted to, Virgo, someone here that you felt very tempted by, or I feel like this is someone you're attracted to and feels like you're almost, could be a very sexual energy between you two, meaning like you two are very sexually into each other as well. But I do feel here that you you don't really trust this person, and that is something that you may be even communicating to them, that you do not trust them. You might feel like this person was controlling in ways, and kind of was very manipulative in the way that they communicate to you, which always kept you feeling like confused, and something that you couldn't really ground or trust. Like, you were always kind of left up. What did they mean when they said that? Okay, so what I'm getting. What did they mean? What did they mean? Like, that's kind of how they would always leave you, or made you feel maybe even insecure about yourself here, Virgo. So yeah, mixed messages is a good one. And so you're very honest with this person when they come in to talk to you. I feel like this person is going to be communicating very assertively with you how they feel about you, and wanting to actually convey a truth to you here, Virgo. But I feel like you're very defensive about the change. I feel like somebody wants to change something with you and wants to talk to you. That's why there's this metamorphosis and the butterfly, because somebody here wants to change the way that you guys communicate, or wants to talk to you about your communication, or just about talking to you. And I feel like you're very defensive to change this. It's like part of you wants the change, but a part of you is very hesitant. I'm seeing so far Libra, Virgo, Gemini, and I'm seeing Gemini again, and I'm seeing Capricorn so far. No, it's okay. Mariska's just sharing. Yeah, we don't want to spread like any negativity. No, we're not blocking. No, we're not blocking. It's okay. She's just sharing something she's going through. It's fine. Let's just relax. Trev, let's relax. Nobody wants to hurt anyone on the chat. So let's just be chill, guys. Okay, so Virgo, you may be wanting to keep the peace, wanting to still work together. I feel like you want to keep it friendly with this person. You may here be wanting to be able to diffuse any tension. I feel like you're trying to change the way that you are. Sometimes you appear very maybe defensive in nature, but I feel like you're trying to come off a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more compassionate, and trying to like balance out how you work with others. That could be something here that you're changing within yourself, being more cautious about the way that you speak, about your energy, and also you may be changing the way that you communicate to others within a community setting or in a group setting. Yes, you're a little guarded, but you're also trying to be more compassionate instead of maybe like, sometimes they say us Virgos, we could be judgmental, and instead it's like trying to be more of possibly like you're going to be the not so like you're kind of being more open to highly intuitive to other people's emotions at this time. So you may be working it out with somebody here. Let's see what else we got for Virgo. I'm very judgmental of my situation. That's okay, Johnny. Could be also dealing with a Scorpio here. Hold on. My cards are flying out. There's new beginnings coming for you. There's a world of possibilities of new beginnings coming with you, and especially around community or people you're meeting. Now, there could be a lot of mental conflict of, did I say the right things? Did I do the right things? Be easy on yourself about those things, okay? And here with the patience and planning, you are kind of taking your time and sorting out your first thought. Okay, so you're not going always with thanks, Kim, for the heart me. I'm not answering personal questions at this time. Sorry, Mariska. I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry. Okay, so here with memories of love, I feel that there's someone here wanting to speak to you. Someone who might have been a friend who wants to be more, or you could just be meeting people who start out as friends and turn into lovers, okay? Someone who emotionally withdrew from you, Virgo, wants to talk to you. So there's someone here coming back wanting to talk to you, okay? And this may take some time, but this person's been patiently waiting to kind of talk to you. I feel like this person really wants to talk to you. So you might be getting a message from somebody who really wants to talk with you. So that I see being your next chapter is maybe working it out with somebody here, or the lines of communication opens, even if it just turns into friendship. I don't know if you'll go back to being what you were, but I do see here somebody wanting to, again, talk to you who's been very emotionally withdrawn from you. Okay. So that is what I see for Virgo. Signs you could be dealing with. We have Scorpio, Libra, Gemini, Capricorn, Virgo, Gemini. Okay. Yeah, I do see friends into lovers possibly here. Yes. Okay. Moving on to Libra. You are welcome, babes. Libra. All right, so let's see what is new. Well, some of it hasn't happened yet. So be open to the possibility of what I was saying. Am I coming on tomorrow? Yeah, I actually will be coming on tomorrow and Tuesday and Wednesday. And then, wait, hold on. Maybe not Tuesday. No, yeah. I'll come on Monday, Tuesday. I just won't come on the 31st. Yeah. All right. So, yeah, be open to the fact that some of these things have not happened. I do see you, being guarded toward. It's pretty much what I was saying. You're kind of guarded towards people, but there's a willingness to maybe open up and look at things differently, and kind of trying to find new ways to communicate and talk. And you might be coming more into your power and your energy by finding new ways to communicate with others. Okay. So So usually, like, it's just the sign is the energy that they have. It's not that you're dealing exactly with that sign. So, not every zodiac sign that I'm listing you're going to be dealing with. It's just you guys like me to say the zodiac signs, so I do. But to me, the zodiac signs really don't matter at all. Personally, I don't give a but to you guys, you always want to know the signs, so I tell you the signs. It doesn't matter if the sign's in there or not. Okay, moving on to Scorpio. No, Libra. Sorry, Libra. No, you guys like it. I honestly think it's more important about what the energy means, right? Not, oh, it's this zodiac sign. But I understand it helps you guys resonate more to the reading. That's how a lot of people, when they're listening to tarot, they take it, oh, the sign is in there, it must be for me. But eh. Okay. There could have been things here, Libra, that have shaken you up currently or in the past that you've been recovering from. And there's a community of people that you're going to be working with, kind of helping you through some times that you've been, yeah, some tough times that you've been going through. And I feel like you're going to also get a lot of divine guidance from spirit as well here. Hold on one second. Okay, so I do see here that you will be getting enlightened, or spirit will be kind of guiding you through and opening you up to new people that you can talk to. Okay, let's see what else. What else is happening for my Libras? You could be speaking from your heart place more. You could be speaking up more about how you feel. Maybe before, whether you were happy or unhappy, it could have been not been able to really speak how you feel, Libra. But I feel like right now you feel very much in an open heart space and wanting to show truly how you love more openly and verbally. So you might be expressing your love more openly and verbally, and could be something you're learning how to do if you haven't done it before. I feel like there's somebody possibly from the past that you would like, or memories of love with somebody that you would like to see it grow with. So there could be somebody from that you would like to see things grow with. If not, then your finances are looking really good and you could be finding love in the workplace. Okay, Libra, I feel here that you have come to make a decision here, and You feel like within a connection, something had to end. I am getting a romantic connection, like you had to end a relationship with somebody because it was never equal, it was never fair. And no matter how many times you've tried to balance out the scales or make it work between you two, it just really has never changed. So here with the Wheel of Fortune, it's like there's a movement or a turning point for you where I feel like this lover's card is choosing yourself and kind of exploring what else is out there and letting go and kind of finding yourself through the process, letting go of being so tied to a connection or a person and letting go and looking at yourself more heavily. Um, And so, yeah, maybe that means you sacrifice the connection or you've let go of someone, but you're moving more into forwarding yourself forward. I feel like money's going to be looking good and you're just trying to recover from possibly having to choose yourself, even though sometimes choosing ourselves isn't the easiest. I think that is what you're doing here. And that is your next journey is focusing on yourself and asserting yourself in finding yourself again, right? Hello again, recycling, recovering. And you're divinely guided to find yourself again. Um, so I do think you're letting go of some people in your life because you need balance or you need order. And unfortunately, with this community or group of people, um, it needed to end. Things needed to change. You need to go in a different direction. And at this time, you're letting go of possibly an identity or a group of where you felt like you belong. You don't feel like you belong there anymore. So you're moving forward, finding your own independence. And that really is your next journey. I feel like some of you have already been doing that, but maybe like walking on eggshells or not feeling as confident as you're going to start to feel and communicating how confident you feel within what you're about to do. Okay. So I do see that coming for you. Sorry. Yeah, you could have been really like I feel very congested when I'm getting to Libra. So I feel like there's a lot of things you're feeling, a lot of emotions that you're not talking about, and you're getting like kind of clogged or congested at this time because there's a lot of things you're not talking about or dealing with, and it's all stored. But I feel like prosperity is really coming, and uh, you're really going to be on a new timeline here where you're going to be kind of spending more time alone. Um, but like, even if you're spending more time alone, you may be meeting like a new community online or a new group of people you can identify with. So I still see you being social, but maybe for reasons that maybe align more with what you love to do than what you used to love to do, if that makes sense. You could also be feeling very left out in a group situation, like very um like you're seeing things very clearly, you're judging the situation and you're feeling iced out or they want me out. So you could be feeling iced out or left out of a situation and that may be hurting your feelings. A side note. Yeah, it keeps coming out 5 times. Yeah, you could be feeling a little insecure at this time or a little bit abandoned by others and feeling alone. Um, yeah, you're isolating, especially from family members. You could be feeling like they're icing you out at this time. And that could be also hurting your feelings or something like that could be happening. Okay, signs you could be dealing with. I see Cancer, Virgo, Taurus, Gemini, Pisces, Libra. But I feel like, yeah, I think you're going to recover faster than you think, but you might be going through a lot of introspection at this time or icing yourself out, feeling left out, feeling alone. But you will find a new community of people that will be part of your next chapter. But right now, you could be going through a disruption within family. Like there could be a lot of arguments within family. Okay, hold on one second. All right, moving on to Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Scorpio gang. Okay, Scorpios, this is going to be what is your next chapter. So let's see what is coming in for Scorpio's next chapter. Ooh, Scorpio, you have love coming in for you. Could be a Taurus, because Taurus also got love. You could be getting a lot of confirmations before you meet this person. I'm getting a love message for Scorpio. You could be getting a lot of confirmations, Scorpio, about meeting this person, like seeing 11, 11, 12, 12. You might be meeting someone very serendipity, like, very spontaneously out of nowhere. You meet this person. So it's saying, like, stay resilient and keep your heart open because love is really coming forward for you. Let's see what else we get here. But yeah, I'm getting a love message for my Scorpios. Okay, so Scorpio, I feel like you've been very quiet through this time and been in your head about what you really want, what you're really looking for, and been more. I'm going to be honest, I feel here, Scorpio, you've been very work oriented more than anything. And the only thing that gets you out of getting in your head is work at this time. Um, and you could have been going through. I feel like you're at peace actually. Like I don't feel like there's anything wrong. It just sometimes you just feel like feeling bound just to not really knowing how to move on from whatever has happened in your life and staying present. It's like you're not really present, but you're like I feel like you're kind of numbed out a little bit. Not like there's something seriously wrong because there's not. But here with the Queen of Pentacles, you're trying to nurture yourself because you have a lot of anxiety or restlessness in your energy. Some of you guys just don't get very good sleep. Like, I don't know. Some of you guys could be, what do you call it when people don't, insomnia? You could have insomnia. You may just not sleep well. And you're trying to ground yourself. You're trying to nurture yourself here. Hi, Joyce. How are you? I feel like you're trying to take care of yourself and focus on being at home more, focus on work and keeping to your routines. You might have a routine in mind. That's why you're staying resilient here because you're keeping to your routines. And I see here that you've been exploring your options in love, but then you go quiet on them because you get bored of the connections. Okay. I'm doing great. Thank you. I'm pushing through. We're almost done here. One more and we're done. So you have been So you have been going quiet on some options that you've been having because none of them have the qualities of what you're looking for. I feel like you've tried with others, but it's just not something that sticks or lasts. And you're really, again, you're very structured, you're very goal oriented. I think you're going to be meeting this person um at work or at the gym or somewhere where there is constant routine in your life. Wherever you, it could be even a grocery store. Wherever you go routinely is where you're going to meet somebody. Okay? Because you're like in this structure. You go here, you go there, and oh, you did? That's awesome. Thanks, Joyce. And so I see here you are going to be meeting somebody new, and there could even be a new job or a new opportunity opening up for you. And you're really, right now, you're very forward focused on moving from the past. I refuse to go back to the past. And I'm trying to like maybe keep peace in my life and not go back to what I once had. So I feel like here with the King of Cups, you're opening yourself up emotionally to something new in your life and not even trying to compare them to what you previously had, but just being open. Um, Tell me about this person coming in for Scorpio. Well, there's someone who's going to awaken you. There's someone who's they're going to be meeting you through your own awakening. They could be spiritual as well here, Scorpio. And there's someone who wants to collaborate with you and is very energetic. Like they have a lot of energy. They're going to be kind of the one pushing things along. They're very helpful. They're like a benefactor to you. And they could be very much in their health. Like I said, you could be meeting them at the gym because they're very much into the way that like into their body, into their muscles, or yeah, I think you're dealing with someone who's got muscles, or into the way that they look, or they really care about their health. You could be meeting like a doctor or a nurse, or in some health profession, possibly, or just like even a therapist. But I do feel like this person's very healthy to be around and kind of like helps you, and it has a very nurturing quality. But they do want a family, or they do want to collaborate. They could even be a family friend here. So I see you meeting somebody like this coming into your life. What else do we have here for Scorpio? There could be someone you're still tempted by, or there is you're still tempted or entertained by somebody. There's someone here you're still sexually attracted to, but I feel like you're moving past them. You're leaving them behind. There will be a strong sexual attraction towards someone. Love begins, and you had love here. So there's someone who knew is coming into your life, Scorpio. That is your next chapter. You will be booed up. You will be possibly in a relationship. Yep. And this is coming from a time of being very bored. Like you will be very bored and discontent, but love will begin at a time where I don't know if you're really working on it. Like I said, you're going to be very much into your routines, into your daily habits. And this is when this person comes in. Because you'll be tempted to put yourself out there. You'll be tempted to just take a chance. And it tends to work out for you, whatever you take a chance on here, Scorpio. Okay, so that's what I have. That is your next chapter. It's pretty to the point, but that's what I got for you. Somebody new is coming in. Again, they could be very active, spiritual, and wants a family, or very collaborative, very helpful to you, always wanting to kind of help you around the house or do things together, like daily routines together. Like they just immediately feel like it's very easy to get comfortable with this person quite fast, okay? Could be dealing with a Leo, a Capricorn, or a Scorpio or Aries here. that is your next chapter. So we're going to move on now to Sagittarius. All right, let's see what's happening for my Sagittarius' Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Sagittarius gang. Okay. Gotta turn this off. Actually, my ears are starting to hurt from all that. Okay. So, Sagittarius, it is your turn. Sorry, I'm doing that into the microphone. Okay, so let's see what is your next chapter for Sagittarius. Oh, she's ready. All right, Sagittarius, let's see what is happening for you in your next chapter. All right, so you could be trying to heal in your next chapter. Maybe you're getting over some mental or physical health problems that you could be healing from with the medical staff here. So you could be healing at this time or in the next point of your chapter. There could be some healing required. You're very focused on your inner healing and you're balancing yourself out. You could be even maybe meeting like a therapist or a coach of some sort to maybe help you balance out your life. But I feel you're going to be very work oriented or very focused on your goals. You're going to have some goals for 2026, I feel, and you're trying to balance out your energy between kind of like your feminine and your masculine side coming out here, Sagittarius, and healing it. And you're very focused on healing and your healing journey and balancing yourself out. Okay, so let's see what else we have here for Sagittarius. What's the next chapter? You could be more psychically in tuned here with your crown chakra. Could be more in tuned or wanting to do maybe even meditations on your crown chakra. Usually when we're dealing with our crown, that's talking about connecting yourself to your higher self or the universe or God and having a purpose beyond your ego. So, usually when you're dealing with this, we're talking about a deep sense of peace, clearing your intuition, feeling connected and not alone because you're connected to the spiritual side. And I do see a lot of spiritual growth for you. What else here? Yeah, I feel like it's opening. You're spending a lot of time in solitude, maybe meditating, again, connecting to your spiritual side. Maybe you're even reading scripture or books. You could be reading more as well. I feel like your psychic abilities are going to go through the roof. And positive movement forward, maybe that's a part of your purpose, right? And sharing collectively more positive movement forward for people. You're going to be more optimistic, and that's kind of how you're healing the collective, and you're very focused on healing not just yourself but others, and that's the balance. Healing yourself, like life is not perfect, so it's like healing yourself and healing others at the same time, and that may be a part of your purpose is spreading more positivity out into the world. Like even as a tarot reader, it's like you want to kind of express more of a positive outlook, but sometimes the cards are going to be like giving you some stuff, you're not going to ignore it, right? But there is a level of like, even being a reader for me, it's like, okay, there's a level of like how much it's like right? Like you have to be mindful of how much you're putting out there, right? Or what do you put out there? So I feel like Sagittarius, you may be putting out more powerful, being more powerfully positive and connected to pushing people to move forward than staying stuck in past, talking about past connections or things that keep them stuck or sad energy. Like you may be trying to push the collective to think more positively. I think that's a part of like your mission. What else here? You could be blending with a lot of people or connecting with many people at this time too. Like a lot of people like your energy and like that you kind of keep things easy breezy and fun, like that's why people are connecting with you. I feel like you're connecting with a lot of people. Even though you're in solitude. So it's like maybe you're like more on an online presence than an outside presence. You know what I'm saying? I think you sense there's a big change in your life coming, or you've already maybe experienced this change in your life with the Tower. This is release. This is sudden changes happening in your life, but doing it with grace. Okay. With the Emperor's card to the Tower, it's like life isn't easy. Everyone has things that unexpectedly kind of come out of nowhere, but it's all about how do we, yeah, here we go. Knight of Pentacles. It's all about how we move along when everything is wrong. We move along, and that might be what you're doing, right? You're helping people move along in their life, or you're trying to do that yourself, like move through change, move through things burning down and breaking bridges, or moving, like changing your whole life around, right? Like things are on fire, but you're going to keep progressing and moving on. You're really focused on your work as well. Like work will be a big focus, and it kind of leads you to your happiness. And again, you are see, what did I say? You are the magician here. You are being a source of change. Okay. You are concentrated on putting out positive, um, a positive message out there, and it changes your whole, the people you communicate with, the people in your life. um you are very consciously aware and very concentrated on getting your vitality back, on um focusing on that positive movement forward. So the cards are repeating here. You are meant to change people's outlook on the way they see things as well. Like, okay, yeah, it could be this, but what if it could be that? Like, you're really focused on changing the way people see things, and you bring a lot of it. You're very inspiring to others. You're very generous with what you are giving. Like, you're concentrated on giving to the collective, right? Because the star cards, Aquarius is humanity. So I feel like you're very concentrated on giving to humanity, but also you're getting recognized for the hope you give to others, but you're very concentrated on providing reassurance and hope to others. And that kind of makes people feel more confident. And you're also doing this for yourself. You're making yourself feel more confident, and you're doing it for others too. So I feel like what you're balancing out is continuously being a positive reinforcement, even when life is painful, and even when you're going through painful circumstances yourself. You are kind of not showing that side. Like you might be dealing with heartbreak, but you are you could even be lying to the collective here with the Seven of Wands, right? Like even though you're giving out positive messages, you know, you might have to deal with being authentic at the same time. Like, yes, you're spreading out collectively positivity, but you're balancing out going through heartbreak and deception at the same time. And it could be very hard for you to balance that energy out. You could be deceived by like somebody in your social group, like a friend, and that could be really hurtful. you could be hearing about what someone said about you and feeling very disappointed and communicating your disappointment to somebody because someone here is spreading, I don't know, saying something about you that really hurts your feelings and makes you go inward. But don't let that confuse you. I want to say don't let that confuse you, because with the Lovers, it's like it's a choice to let that get to you. It's a choice to let people bring you down, right? Because I do feel here you might even communicate to people that you've been through sad times in social groups, or you were let down by friends or people in your life and how they kind of like disappointed you. You may be sharing your story of how you were able to move on. So I feel like your sadness or your story is a sense of actually pushing through, meeting other people and finding a community that resonates with you. Okay. So don't be afraid to share the sad times. Don't be afraid to share times where you've been betrayed or hurt, because that actually like inspires people so yeah, I would say be careful about like I feel like you only want to share the good things. You only want to spread the good word, and that may be something that you're learning to balance out. Okay. Hi Mary, hello. So that is what I have for you. Is there anything else? I do see you spending a lot of time alone though and focusing on work, and I feel like when it comes to spending time with others, it's more community, like helping a collective of people than like spending time with friends. You may be missing that in your life, like friendship or people. There could be a time where you feel just very lonely and want more connection and want more community, but struggling to trust or struggling to find it. I feel like there could be somebody you're even missing. But again, you're just trying to stay focused and not let the bad or the sad times get to you. It was actually a pretty good read. What does that mean? Thank you. Okay, so that is what I have for you. Signs you could be dealing with Sagittarius. We have Gemini. Someone could be saying some mean things to you. That could be hurting your feelings. Could be dealing with a Gemini again, a Virgo, a Libra, a Scorpio, a Leo. All right, guys. So that is what's coming in. I think tomorrow I'm going to be doing. Oh, okay. Thank you. I was like, what does that mean? Okay, good to know. All right, guys. So thank you so much. I will be catching you guys in the next read. I think we're going to do a crush energy tomorrow. Like I could either do no contact. Actually, tell me guys what you want. Do you guys want someone you're not in contact with, like a no contact reading? Or do you guys want like who's crushing on you? Which one? Do you guys want? Thanks, Joyce. You're so sweet. Do you guys want okay, you want the crush? Okay, we're gonna do crush. I don't know. Some people want, I really am on no contact because a lot of people end up complaining in the comments about that person, and I'm just like, then why'd you press the video? You know, I did do Leo. Yep. The video will be up on TT. Okay, so you guys can watch it back there. I will catch you guys on tomorrow night. We're gonna be who's crushing on you, thoughts, feelings, actions, intentions. That will be tomorrow's reading. Okay, so I will see you on tomorrow. My time frames for this week will be very off. I don't know if I'll do 7:30. I may come on earlier because I can.
Whenever I'm irritated.
Yeah, whenever my mom's irritating me. No, I'm just kidding. Mom, that's not true. I love my mom. My mom does not irritate me. Only when she's like eating. That's like the time that it gets the worst. But she's honestly a very likable person. So, anyways, that being said, I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. I agree. I agree. It can. We're going to be doing Crush tomorrow, and then
Go.
we'll see how I feel. Okay.
Oh, he caught it. Yes.
Let's go. Let's
Come
go.
on,
Let's go.
Goldie.
Okay. Bye, guys. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and comment. Bye.
If they say he did not have possession of that ball, I'm gonna have to quit.